You're shifting around and around. Ooh. Hold on, I gotta reposition this for you guys. Hold on. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another shifting video with me. My name is Cotton Candy Doll. If you're new here, then welcome. Welcome all. So you already know what kind of video this is. I wanted to give you guys a different look at things. Unfortunately, my All Might has fallen down off my wall. So, I have to figure out another way to put him up there because he won't stay. And I'm afraid to use tacks and things in this new house because I'm not sure what I'm able to really do. So I know you guys are used to the real colorful background. And I actually don't have one today, so yeah. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into what happened. I'm going to tell you guys what happened right away. And so recently I shifted to my hero, and you guys know that Toshinori has been missing. Apparently he's on some trip somewhere. Nobody else knows where he's gone. I asked Principal Nezu, I asked Hawks where he went. I thought for sure Hawks would know. Madara said he knew where he went. And so the last time I went there was last night. I was there and Toshinori wasn't there. So I basically just put his clothes on and I kind of just hung out at his house alone this time and not with anyone there with me. So that was what I did, and I don't know, like, I'm actually starting to long for him because I really, really miss him, like, a lot. And I'm thinking about shifting there again maybe tomorrow night because he didn't leave any clues behind. It's one of those scary things, like, it's almost like if you have someone just disappear, if you have someone just disappear out of your life, but like they didn't pack any of their clothes, any of their belongings, they just like straight up left. Then you just be like, whoa, what the heck, you know? So one of those. So I don't know. I couldn't think of what I should do or what I could do about it. Now that you can actually see how dull my room looks, I actually wish I had have like dimmed my lights. That way you guys wouldn't be able to see, but I figured you guys already know sort of the situation. You guys feel like you were shifting at the beginning. That's kind of what I was trying to make it seem like. So, and I'm holding my camera because I can't seem to get it right. I tried up on the bed. Like I said, there's no picture right now, so there's like nothing to look at in my background. So anyway, I went back to my hero again, and I decided, I would just spend a regular day there at the school. I would try not to linger around Toshinori's place too much since I knew he wasn't home. I figured it would be okay. By the way, I'm trying to keep my voice down because I know people are trying to sleep. Keep my voice down. So, anyway, I went back there and I sort of just avoided Toshinori's house altogether because I didn't want to feel lonely, or I didn't want to feel that longingness that I miss him so much, But for some reason, my heart kept like, I don't know, you get like a heart throb, right? So I was like, you know what? Instead of going over to Toshinori's house, I'm just going to go to Hawks. So I went to the school first, did my assignments there, and a lot of the kids noticed that I wasn't really myself. So of course Midoriya is the first one who notices. He comes over to me. He's like, "Miss Cotton Candy Doll, is everything okay?" I told him everything was fine. I was like, I'm just going through some things, and so him and Bakugo were talking with each other, and they decided, let's do something to, I guess, cheer me up. So they secretly ordered me lunch from that place, that all-in-one place or whatever. It was, they ordered me pizza and chicken wings, and they had some weird kind of soda. It was like bubble pop or something. It's, I guess here, I don't know what you would call it, like the fizz. It kind of had that same logo, but it was called bubble pop, I guess, because it's like really, it was almost like seltzer water. It was like flavored seltzer water. It was really good. So they got me strawberry, they got me this blue raspberry one, but it tastes like grape or something too. It was like weird flavors, but it was really good. It wasn't something that I think I can find. Maybe I could try and invent it here. I don't know. But I'm thinking like, I don't know. So anyway, I invited them all over. They kind of all ate with me at my desk and stuff. And so then I wanted to explore a thing with Candy Candy. You know, Candy Candy said she had a son. His name was Coda, and he could communicate with animals or whatever. And actually, I'm gonna find that. I'm gonna find our conversation if I can. I did shut down my computer out of fear and like sort of just ran the other way because I didn't know what to expect. So also I'm using my legs to hold up this computer. It's so weird. It just feels weird. But so yeah, I wanted to find out more information. So Coda was there. So I asked Coda like, "What's your mom's name?" Um, and he just kind of frowned at me. He kept eating. I'm like, "Okay." So he was taking huge bites out of his pizza, and I was just staring at him. I'm just like, Candy Candy is supposed to be my clone. She's supposed to look just like me. Therefore, he should kind of look like me, right? I just kept looking at him. He kept throwing me a side eye. So Bakugo goes, "What's up?" I'm like, "Nothing." He's like, "Why you keep staring at him?" I'm like, "I wasn't like staring, not really." He goes, "Okay." "I can see that you are, but okay." And I was like, "Nothing, you know." And then so I was like, "You guys want to go outside? We can go outside in the field and do like some training techniques and stuff like that." So I went out there. Me and Hiroshima did like hand to hand combat. Uh, he like threw me across like the field, and he threw me so fast, like it felt like he was gonna throw me out of the freaking DR. Like I felt like I was gonna shift out of there because of how fast it was going, but everything was like really controlled. Like I actually have a lot more control over my body and over my quirk there than I think I do. So there's that. I got shot by Kaminari by accident because we were doing hand to hand combat, and then he used his, I don't know what, I hit something and like surprised him, and he sort of shocked me a little bit. So I kind of peed on myself because I got shocked a little bit. And then, you guys don't laugh at me, okay? You're probably over there laughing, like, oh, it's kind of candy doll, like, whatever. Nobody knew. It was like a little bit, but I was just like, okay. At that point, I was just like, I need to leave. I was like, I can go to Hawk's house. I can take a shower there. I can get changed there. Sorry for the camera movement, guys. I'm going to hold it like this. Can you see me good? Okay, good. So I'm just chilling out. I'm just hanging out, right? And so I'm outside. Obviously, I want to go home. And I see Froppy running up. And I go, "Hey, what's going on?" And she's like, she was like out of breath. I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "There's a tidal wave coming this way." And I'm like, "What?" And it's weird because, okay, how can a tidal wave just come out of nowhere? It has to be someone, like an enemy. And so he's like, so then I'm like, "Everybody calm down, don't panic." And I look over and I see the shadow of the tidal wave, and it's like, it's going higher, 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 right? It's freaking craziness. So I'm staring at it, and I'm like, okay, I'm the only teacher out here, and apparently, I didn't know if there were any other teachers in the school because I thought I was the only one there. Because I came in to do some work, even though there were kids there. They kind of stayed behind and like hang out with me and cheer me up. So I felt like it was an attack on me and on all the kids too. Like they didn't give a crap. They just decided to just freaking attack us. So this big tidal wave is coming. I'm like, everybody, I'm like, calm down. I'm like, Midori can use your quirk to like try and get everybody out of here. And they were like, "No, we're gonna stand through. We can survive it." And Froppy goes, "Well, I can swim, so it won't be a problem for me. I'm just worried about my friends." And Momo is like, "I can probably create something big, and I can probably create something really big, and get us out of here." And so my logic was, so there was no way for us to really move fast enough for this to happen. So I basically was just like, we're all gonna have to take the impact, and it's probably gonna hurt. We might even get injured. So I did like a pep talk, like, "Come on, guys, we're strong. We can do this," like that. And I felt the coolness of the water hit my face. I looked at the kids, everybody kind of screamed, and I like closed my eyes because I got really afraid because it got really, really close. And when I opened my eyes, it had disappeared. It was gone. So I was like, okay, so maybe it was some kind of illusion. Maybe it wasn't real. But then all the kids were like drenched. Everybody was sort of drenched, but there was no water. Okay. Even my hair was like, the front part of my hair was kind of wet-ish, but the rest of my body didn't get wet. It's almost like it barely touched me. Like it touched me and then something drew it away. So then I was like, is everyone okay? And they were like, yeah, we're okay. And they were kind of, Midori was shaking. I was like, what's the matter, Midoriya? And Kabanari was like sitting down. He had like his hands in the grass, which is like, the grass is all like muddy and mushy now, right? And I'm standing there and I'm wearing some freaking tennis shoes. And my tennis shoes are like sinking. It's sinking beneath the grass. So I think it's like, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. There was a time when I shifted in this reality when I was much, much younger, like a kid, okay? And I remember me and my cousin standing out in the field, and I remember it raining. And I remember her saying, I'm going to do it. And I was like, do what? And she was taking off her shoes because we were in the grass. And she was like, feel the grass beneath your feet. And it was mushy, okay? It was like muddy, mushy grass. And it reminded me of that moment. And so I was like, take off your shoes, everyone. And they were like, why? And they were like, you know, and Mama was like, ugh. She's like, my shoes are going to get ruined. I'm like, just take them off and just like walk around in the grass. So we all walked back inside, like kind of barefoot or whatever. And even though you shouldn't really walk on the floor barefoot, it didn't matter to me because I was like, everyone's okay and that's all that matters. So I get to the door. Madara's holding the door open. He said, it's okay, kids, come in. I'm glad I got to you guys in time. And he was dressed up as a teacher. So I'm like, I was like, what are you doing here? He's like, I came here because I knew there was danger, and while Toshinori is gone, I'm going to protect you until he gets back. And I'm like, where did Toshinori go? He says, you can't know where he went. Those were his exact words. So I'm like, those were his words. I'm like, okay, I know he could tell, like, I know he could feel like the dread or like longing in my face, in my attitude. So he's like, let's just make sure the kids are okay first. So they came in, they got dried off or whatever. Everyone was like, well, Midoriya was like, he was afraid to like leave out the building because he was like shaken up. He was like shaken, which is weird to me. Why would he be shaken by something like that? You know, he's pretty fast, he's pretty strong. Like, All Might, he should have that fearlessness too, but I guess he's afraid because it was something that, it was just so random and out of the ordinary. So I made sure all the kids returned to their class. The only person missing was Koda. So I went to go find Koda. I couldn't find him. And I came again. I was like, what the heck happened to Koda? Then Koda was at his desk. He's like, I just turned into like a well. And I was swimming through the ocean. And I said, okay, well, there was no tidal wave. There was no ocean. It was just all a fiction of our imagination, right? And Midoriya gave me this look like, and Bakugo just like shook his head, whatever. He said, I'm going home. So he like went past me. So I sort of walked all the kids out to make sure they all left out. And Madara just happened to be walking behind me. So they all left and I was like, mission accomplished. I stayed at the school. Now I'm just going to go home. I'm not going to stick around anymore. Toshinori's not here. I was like, plus I kind of peed on myself a little, so I'm going to go home. So he was ready to stay here. And, you know, so I was just standing there. And Madara's like, do you want to go somewhere with me? You want to hang out a little bit? I said, no, I need to go, like, get, like, a shower. And he was like, you just got here, though. I'm like, how did you know I came here just now? Like, I'm like, no, I haven't. I've been in for some hours. He said, I know the way time works here. I know that you shifted here. I know that. So I'm like, okay, well. I was like, I need to take a shower. I'm going to the Hawk's house. And he's like, why are you going to that man's house? Doesn't he have the baby there? Isn't it Frodo's bedtime? Isn't Frodo sleeping right now? Why would you go wake him up? I said, I want to see my child. He said, that doesn't mean be selfish and go see him even though he's asleep. So then I gave him this look. I'm like, what? Like, how do you know his bedtime? I'm like, what? He's like, just go to Toshinori's house. He's like, look at you. You're like halfway drenched. Okay. I'm like, fine. I'm like, well, what do you want? He's like, he said, you know, you go get changed or do whatever you got to do. And I'll just, you know, make you something to drink or some coffee or He's like, I can do anything. I'm like, I'm not really up for hanging out, but I was supposed to have this conversation with him about um, like where we stand as far as our friendship. Like I wanted to make it clear to him that you're only my friend and that's it. And I figured that now would be the perfect time to bring it up. Maybe this incident happened for a reason. Maybe we were supposed to meet up with each other just so I can talk to him and tell him what I need to say. So I go to Toshinori's house. He's like, I already have the key to his house. Just go do what you gotta do. So I'm just like, it's the middle of the evening. I can smell coffee brewing. I went ahead and jumped in the shower with Toshinori. I put on one of his big shirts. But then I was like, it's not really appropriate to come out there with like no pants on. So I just grabbed a pair of his shorts. I absolutely hate shorts, guys. I put on a pair of his shorts and I came out there. So he had coffee ready. He had like my favorite my two little cat little my little my little containers. My cute little containers with like the sugar and creamer and all that. And he had it. He's like, I know how you like coffee. Before I can tell him like I got it, he like hurried up and did it and gave it to me. And I'm like, thank you. So he's like, he goes, what's new? So he's sitting way on the other end of the table. I'm sitting way on the other end on purpose. Like when I came in, he was like gesturing me like, sit here so that we can sit like this and talk. But I wanted to sit further away because I'm going to tell him what I want to tell him. And if he tries to kill me, I can get up and like leave. So I'm like, I want to talk to you. He's like, about what? So I go, you know that we're just friends and that's it. Like, I don't want you trying to like hit on me anymore. Don't try to make any moves because we're just friends and that's all we're ever gonna be. And I only see you as a friend, like nothing more. Like, I hope you don't see me in a romantic way. So then Madara, like, he put down the coffee and he put his hand like this and he's like, he's like, you don't see me romantically. He goes, so that doesn't mean that I don't see you in a romantic way. And then he's staring at me like this. So I'm like, okay. It's not murderous intent. It's more like lust that I'm feeling coming from him. So then I go, so we're like looking at each other. And then he's like, I know that we're just friends. It's okay. My feelings, he goes, my feelings are going to be irrelevant this time because he said, hey, I mean, I'm your friend, right? I don't even know if that was like a good answer for what I was asking. So I just kind of left it alone. I was like, whatever. I think he gets the message, but maybe he doesn't. Like, I don't feel like I really laid down the law, but I was brave enough to bring it up again, and I was nervous to begin with. So basically, he just confessed that he still kind of does have feelings. I'm guessing, but he's gonna continue to only be friendly toward me. Just I told him what it was. So he's like, finish your coffee, so I can make you more. So we sat there and awkwardly in silence for a minute, and then I asked him. I was like, how did you know I'd be at the school? He's like, I know the days that you go to school. He's like, I asked him, when would Toshinori be back? He said, I can't tell you when he's coming back, and I can't tell you what time of day or anything like that. You just have to wait for him to get back here when he does. And he's like, did he tell you anything before he left? And I said, he told me he'd be gone for a while, but that was it. He just said sometime. And Madara says, that's just what it is, it's sometime. So he's like, do you want to watch a movie again together? Do you want to like... I said, no, I'm fine just sitting here and having coffee with you and just talking. So eventually I had about like 3 cups of coffee. And once I get that way, once I had 3 cups, 3 is enough. I really can't eat anymore because if I do, then I'll basically like become drunk. Like I'll become in a drunken state. Like no lie, my cheeks and stuff will turn red and I'll start swaying. So I asked for water because I wanted to like get rid of the jitters that I had from all the caffeine. So then I was drinking the water and we were just talking about the amusement park, and he was telling me next time I went he wanted to go with me. He wanted me to go with him to the amusement park with all of the kids. He said it would be something fun and friendly to do, and he made sure to throw the word friendly in there. So I said okay. So we got done. He was like, thanks for like hanging out with me. I was like, thanks for hosting me at Toshinori's house. And He was like, I'm just gonna stay here, I'll clean up. So he stayed behind, he cleaned up again, and I left, and I came back here. And when I got here, I woke up, right? Woke up from my shift. Really tired, okay? Like, insanely tired. Like, I'm talking about the drain was real. I don't know how to describe it to you guys. It was more powerful and more stronger than it's been. And that's why at the beginning of the video, I kind of did that little turn because I wanted you guys to feel the effects, even though you probably, unless you're shifting, you're not going to feel how the shifting actually is. But it's just as I explained, everything's turning, everything's moving, and you can literally feel the shake of the shifting and everything when it happens. So like today was a really off day for me. Like I wasn't excited. I was missing Toshinori a lot, and I'm still missing him. But I did feel a little comfort getting to have coffee with Madara and at least talk to him a little bit. He tried to ask me about like this realm, like work and stuff, and I'm like, no. And I didn't find out any information on Candy, so I'm gonna probably look more into that. And in my next video, what I'll do is I'll try and find a conversation and pull it up for you guys to see. I believe it was my conversation with her was like, it was a while ago. But as soon as I got the conversation, I immediately like tried to contact you guys because I had been shifting, but a lot of times I don't put the video on here just because like I'm in a bit of a crunch time. So I guess I'll end the video here and I'll just let you guys know what happens in the future. At least I brought up the whole friendship thing with Madara and I kind of let him know like the business. I do think the tidal wave thing was strange with the kids. And I hope Midoriya is not like permanently traumatized over that. Yeah. I'm gonna figure out this camera thing next time. Anyway, if you like my video, don't forget to give this video a like. And if you hated it for any reason, you can give me a thumbs down, okay? It's alright. I learn to improve every time. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. That way you're notified when other videos like this one become available. Ding! And, I guess I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!